Hello China, I'm Emma Oldham. Thank you very much for welcoming me into your conference today. I just wanted to give you a little bit of an introduction to forest schools here in the UK. So despite the name Forest Schools isn't actually affiliated with a school. It doesn't have a national curriculum to follow and there are no early learning years foundation to follow. Forest Schools is an ethos. It's about using this beautiful woodland and everything in it to inspire and engage hands-on learning. Forest schools originated from Scandinavia and here in the UK we've been rolling it out to engage children from as young as 1 right up to teenage years. Now, forest schools especially benefits little fingers and toes because with small children, the great outdoors is basically a gigantic playground for them. There are trees to climb, there are trees to balance on, the terrain is different surfaces which helps with their muscles developing and everything in the environment, they can feel it. Feel a tree, they can hug a tree, they can feel what the tree bark feels like. So at forest schools, everything is always about the process rather than the outcome. If a child has a go at something and they struggle to make what was set out, it doesn't matter. It's about the child having the opportunity and giving them the ability and a safe environment to try something new. The key to running a successful forest schools is to have repeated, regular contact in preferably the same environment. Children that have access to that same place at least 2 hours a week, every week, gives them a fantastic opportunity. They get to see their site change throughout the seasons. They get to see the leaves turn into a golden orange. They get to see in spring new things grow on their site and all the different animals and the seasons that change with it. They also get to experience all the different weather types. We don't come to forest schools just when it's sunny and warm. We come to forest schools when it's pouring of rain. And we use that as an opportunity to jump in the puddles, to gather up all those leaves to make art with. And getting children out when it's cold helps build up their resilience as they learn to wear the right clothes and to keep moving, to keep themselves warm. Forest Schools offers all learners the opportunity to engage, whether you are inspired by sounds, by English, by maths, by physical activity. Forest Schools encapsulates everything. Using everything in the natural environment, children are engaged and are put at the centre of the learning. If the children are more interested in looking for bugs, that's brilliant. That's what the session becomes, a bug hunt. If the children are more interested in climbing and learning to take risks, then the session will become about making an obstacle course. And that is the beauty with forest schools, that no matter what you plan, it is always tailored by what the children want. And as a result, this child-centred learning means that all children are engaged in the process and every child at the end of that session has gone home with something new in their heart. Whether it's increased confidence, or they've made a new friendship, or they've learnt a new skill. All children in that session have been engaged and have learned. Look where we are, it's absolutely beautiful. This is the type of environment that sparks imagination and creativity. A tree can be a storytelling tree. A tree can be a den, it can be someone's fort, someone's castle. The opportunities are endless, and that's why Forest Schools is fantastic for the early learning years, because children can come here and you can capture their imagination and you can engage them in every aspect of their learning. From feeling the textures of the trees to listening to the sound as the rain drops down on the leaves, you can engage children in any situation. You can use maths through counting trees, counting the rings on a tree stump. You can use English by hiding letters throughout the woods and getting them to make the words. The opportunities are endless, and that's why Forest Schools are so inspiring. Children can make their own music using elder to make whistles. Children can cook their own food and drink their own hot chocolate by collecting natural resources to make their own fire. Really, Forest Schools is truly fantastic, and as a result we've seen so many children, especially those suffering with anxiety and ADHD, come into Forest Schools and having a brilliant time, and their symptoms just disappear. Fantastic.
Come up. Keep waving at that. Keep waving. Keep waving.
Forest Schools in the UK is led by Forest Schools practitioners. There are two different types of Forest Schools you can be. A level 2 where you can assist, and a level 3 where you can run your own Forest Schools camp. With level 3, it does take a year to train. You have a week training period, a 6-week planning and running period where you run and plan your own sessions, and you make behavioural observations on those children and see what an impact Forest Schools is having. You also then have a week's assessment period to make sure you understand how to effectively teach and use tools and fire. And then you have a portfolio that you fill out. The portfolio goes through everything from woodland management to assessing the ecological impact on your woodland to how to determine how Forest Schools is having an impact on children. I'm a level 3 Forest Schools practitioner and I qualified in January 2017. And already I've set up a project here in Fernwood. We have a waiting list of children who are desperate to get on, and every session is packed full of children and mums and dads who come to this tiny pocket of woodland in the middle of a housing estate. It just proves China what you can do with any small space. No matter how big or small, you can create something very special by using creativity and by bringing the children in and letting them be part of decorating the forest, owning that forest. You can make Forest Schools anywhere. Thank you very much for listening to my presentation. And for those of you that are visiting on November the 15th, you've got a huge group of children here waiting excitedly for your visit. We look forward to meeting you to our project and our beautiful pocket of woodland. Thank you very much for listening. Bye.